All right. We're going to try to listen to her concession speech again. Hopefully, this time we won't have any problems. All right. Okay. Is this it? No, that's not the one I want to show. All right. Hold on. Come on. How you doing, True Royal?
I'm doing fine, Lisa.
Okay, I'm gonna get this thing together so we can watch it. It's just a commercial on now.
Mm-hmm.
Some girl with some bad zits on her face.
Lord, I can see it.
Ticket splitters, Hallie, that right to an abortion right now is winning by more than 60% of the vote, and that is outpacing both Donald Trump and Vice President Harris right now. Hallie,
so what comes next for abortion advocates in states where some of these measures failed?
Yeah, they say that the fight is not over and that this still shows that they are mobilizing voters. And what's interesting is that in 7 states, we did see it pass, including in Missouri, where they undid the stricter abortion ban that had been put in place at the state level. But there were also 3 states that did not see success, and that's in Florida, where a majority of voters did approve additional abortion access, but it wasn't enough to hit that 60% threshold. And also notably in Nebraska, where there were dueling ballot measures, one that would expand access and one that would codify it at 12 weeks. And I just want to give you the numbers on that. 55% supported codifying it at 12 weeks, and 49% supported expanding access. So it was very close there. And this is the first time since Roe's been overturned that we have seen opponents to access do something like put a dueling measure on the ballot. And clearly they had success there. But advocates who want to expand access say the point is it's still mobilizing voters. And so they will continue to take this fight.
Okay, that's not abortion is not our issue. All right.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why Kamala harped on it so heavily. We were never into that. Not like they're trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hopefully it will play this time. Let me get this up on the screen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let me say, and I love you back. And I love you back. So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today.
They're called bionic boomers, seniors once riddled with debilitating arthritis pain, given a new lease on life.
I don't want this
Gratitude for the
That's
trust
sabotage.
in me, full of love for our country, and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long as we never give up and as long as we keep fighting. To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much. To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support. To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue. And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials, I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran and the way we ran it. Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future. And we did it with the knowledge that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power. A fundamental principle of American democracy is that when we lose an election, we accept the results. That principle, as much as any other, distinguishes democracy from monarchy or tyranny. And anyone who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time, in our nation, we owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States. And loyalty to our conscience and to our God. My allegiance to all three is why I am here to say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation, the ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up. I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do. We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence. And America, we will never give up the fight for our democracy for the rule of law, for equal justice, and for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld. And we will continue to wage this fight in the voting booth, in the courts, and in the public square. And we will also wage it in quieter ways, in how we live our lives, by treating one another with kindness and respect, by looking in the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor, by always using our strength to lift people up, to fight for the dignity that all people deserve. The fight for our freedom will take hard work, but like I always say, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And the fight for our country is always worth it. It is always worth it. To the young people who are watching, it is, I love you. To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars. The light the light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service. HU. And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you all.
Okay, that's what she said.
Mhm.
So y'all, I don't feel bad for Cammy, Kabammy, Mammy. I don't feel bad for her. Look, she gets all them perks and benefits now. She gets
Mhm.
Secret Service protection for the rest of her life, you know? So this woman, you don't have to worry about her. She's gonna be just fine whether she got a political position or not.
That's right.
But the bottom line is I knew she wasn't going to win because there were people that were certain she was going to win.
Mhm.
She is set to win. No, I can't see them passing up on a white male having
Mm-mm.
office over this brown woman. Let's be
Mhm.
real. This is America. Okay.
That's
This
right.
is America. Now, am I happy about it? I don't feel one way or the other because I really wasn't excited about Kamala and I was not excited about Donald Trump.
Mhm.
Will it change our lives? More than likely, no. It
Mm-mm.
doesn't matter who's going to be in there. It's not going to change. I hear a lot of people, they act like Donald Trump can work wonders when he gets in there. He's not going to be able to do nothing about all this inflation. This is a very different country from the time Donald Trump left office up to now. The dollar is not worth what it was even 4 years ago. All right. So it's going to be a fight. It's going to be interesting to see what Donald Trump does. I know everybody is excited about the immigration, him running these people out of here. And a lot of people are saying that they had more money when Donald Trump was in office. That doesn't mean this time around you're going to have more money. I'm glad you have more money because I sure didn't have more money when Donald Trump was in office.
Mm-mm. Me either.
So I mean, I'm like, so for some people, I guess that was the case. It was not for me.
Mhm.
So what do you think about all of this? Donald Trump being in there, whatever. That's how I
Well,
see it.
well, like I said before, I have been really asking us Hebrew brothers and sisters, try your best to keep your emotions out of it. And if somebody went and vote, they had an expectation for either or, so you're going to feel some kind of way. But if you don't vote, um, because I don't vote, I didn't feel anything. But to be honest with you, where my head was, I wanted to see the look on Trump's face if he lost, and I wanted to see the look on Kamala's face when he lost. So it was dual for me. Now, my greater irritation comes on the heels of now who the Democratic Party wants to blame. Now that's where I draw a line in the sand. And I mean, it ain't even been what? A whole 24 hours ain't even passed yet. And they already have redirected the energy, blaming the black man. And they're going to blame the black woman too, as well. And I got a live stream coming up in a few hours, and I'll get much deeper into it. Um, that what got Trump in office again and again was the white woman. And I was able to even find an article that I sent Lisa about that. And it's quite deep, that because this is what they were saying, because I've been listening to all kind of stuff. And so I went ahead and listened to mainstream media, and they kept saying this: oh, it was a lot of women out there. But they're not going to say it was a lot of white women out there. It was just a lot of women out there. And I'm telling you, last night, Yahweh gave me so many messages, and I won't say it here on this channel, that it was just profound, because I kept looking at everything spiritually. I'm not going to let this system tell me how to feel and think. This is when we should demonstrate our faith. And because some of our folks then got caught up in the mix. I mean, I ain't never seen nothing like this, where family members are falling out. People you've been friends with for years are falling out, and this is not going to change your immediate situation. We need, like I said, we got to have some hard conversations. And something wrong with us when we sitting up here saying that we know the word, saying that we are Hebrews, we are the chosen ones, but you are sitting up here all up in your feelings over them demons, knowing what they are not going to do for us at all, but still you getting caught up in it. And we have to, no, you don't have to do anything, actually. So I just look at my own individual self, demonstrate my faith. Sometimes people want to see things, sometimes people want to feel things. And when they can't have something tangible in their hand, they feel like, oh, I'm not getting the results that I want. How much more do I and others like I have to keep saying what these so-called humans are? They are demonstrating the true as nature. And the white woman, again and again and again, she is the first teacher of the child. She is the one that's keeping this stuff going. I mean, we got endless videos of showing these Karens, and she demonstrated her loyalty to her man. And that's what she was supposed to do at the end of the day. And when I was talking on my channel about energy, so you're going to put your energy into a dying system, but then on the next side, you're going to say, well, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Come on now. At the end of the day, you can't have it both ways. You just can't. We got family members out here that screaming, holler, they Christians, and then you tell them about the truth, and then they think they can do both. Well, I'm gonna keep going to church, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do a do-up thing, and I think I'm gonna be covered here. But yeah, I believe you, Kim. Yeah, we are the Hebrew Israelites. You can't do that with our Father. You just can't. That's very disappointing to me at the end of the day. So I'm on fire. So I'm gonna have to really calm down right now, because I'm pissed. And I've been pissed since Barack Obama started wagging his damn finger, talking greasy to black men, and then the deeper message was to tell the black woman, you need to go in there and tell your man what he need to get off his ass and go in there and vote for a so-called black woman. And then you shocked about what's going on in America? What are you shocked? What are we waiting for? What are we really waiting for? You waiting for them to be human? They have demonstrated their nature every millisecond. They keep demonstrating who they are, and we don't respect it. In the animal kingdom, every animal has an enemy, and they know how to stay out of each other's way. We too busy crossing boundaries and demonstrating to them that we good and decent people. They don't give a damn about that. They'll use you for what they're going to use you for, chew you out and spit your ass out, and they keep it moving and walk all over you. And then you want to run back to the Black community all up in your feelings because you done got a damn nigga moment. When are folks going to wake the hell up? You know? When we going to really wake up? All right, let me be quiet.
That's okay. Now, see me, I'm going to veer off in another direction. You know, we have been hearing leading up to the election, as far as last week, even when Michelle Obama tried to put out there in the airway that if Kamala don't win, it's Black people's fault. And we got to start pushing back on these politicians that are saying that. You know, I'm going to keep harping on this government. This government said we are 13% of the population. There is no way we could have lost an election for any Democratic candidate because apparently there's not enough of us.
Mm.
So the bottom line is, why is it always our fault if the Democratic Party lose? How come the blame never falls upon them? Maybe you didn't run a good campaign. Maybe, just like Kamala, you don't interview well. When somebody puts you on the spot with a question, you don't do so well. How come it never falls back on the candidate when they lose? Why is it always Black people's fault? Every single election cycle, it's our fault if some Democrat lose. But you ever notice, now I'm not no Republican at all, never will be, but you notice the Republicans don't do that to their people. They don't tell their people, if you don't get out there and vote, it's your fault if Donald Trump don't win, or if this one don't win, or we're the only group. They single us out, y'all. They didn't stand on that stage and say, if Kamala lose, it's the Latinos' fault. It's the white women's fault. It's the white men. They didn't do that to anybody but us. We should accept this no more. You know, it took us being on platforms to make sure Kamala did not get her butt sitting up in that office. And it's going to take us getting on these platforms to push back every time they shift the blame to us. And what have the Democrats really done to earn our votes? Number one, Kamala kept bringing up abortion everywhere she went. The woman's right to choose. That ain't our damn issue. That ain't our issue. And see, this is a Democratic Party issue because y'all don't want to talk about our issues. And whenever there is a bill for us, like the George Floyd Policing Act, what did y'all do? Oh, well, you know, we didn't get the votes. No, you didn't lobby that bill. You didn't do all that you could to push for the votes. Like you did the Asian crime bill. Oh, they pushed hard for that. But when it comes down for us, we got to always accept, we just couldn't get the votes. They don't say that to anybody else. They don't tell these immigrants, oh, we just don't have any money for you. They do everything they can, move stuff around, take money out from FEMA and all these other government agencies to make sure they can fund these immigrants coming across the border. But no, maybe she did not run a good campaign. She didn't run on our issues. She didn't say the things we wanted to hear. She did not come out with that Black man plan until 2 weeks ago when she realized she didn't have the numbers from the Black community. I don't believe she was going, even if she got it off, she wasn't going to do nothing for no Black men. You got to be a fool to believe that.
Correct.
All right. And y'all, this is going to be a very different presidency for Donald Trump.
Yes.
Donald Trump is almost 80 years old. 4 years from now, he can be exactly like Joe Biden. Look at his age. All right. Donald Trump will get up at that mic and one day he will start sounding just like Biden does right now. Do you realize this man's probably going to be what, 82, 83 years old in 4 years? You
And
think he's going to have the same mind that he does now? He won't.
And he's vulnerable now because he have exhausted himself, going to court, fighting the system, the so-called stay out of jail, which we know he ain't going to jail, and putting all his energy in this. And that schedule is grueling. And I thought about that, Lisa. I said, okay, so
and Donald Trump is fat. He's overweight.
He sure is.
And he eats a lot of junk. That's why I'm telling you, 4 years from now, he ain't going to be the same person you're looking at now.
No, he's not. And we already know how when he was president the first round, he barely did anything. He barely worked. And
remember he only worked 3 hours a day. Remember when we found that out?
Yes.
3 hours a day. That's all Donald Trump gave when he was the president the first time.
So that staff that we don't see, they already are saying they don't want to have no part to him. Some of them people going to quit. They're not going to want to be working with him. And then this is how I look at it. He is not going to be fully received even by his own party. They just going, it's going to be like a chilly reception. And he's really sensitive to these type of things. And then again, the schedule is grueling. Even a young person, this type of schedule will just tear you down. So like you said, given the age, he eat horrible. He eating like a damn teenager. And I don't know how anybody can survive on thinking they got to eat McDonald's every damn day. They know what they're going to get with him and all. So yeah, it's going to be different. And there's some other things.
Yeah, they got to change their True Royal. They got to be changing them diapers and everything.
Lord, you right about that.
Be changing them damn diapers on them and everything.
Now, it's something I wanted to add to this.
No. Before you go there, what happens to Donald Trump when he gets upset?
He loses his bowels.
Yes.
Yes,
he does.
Yep. First he break wind and he loses his bowel. And I forget what politician it was. He said Trump has a permanent odor around him. He smells awful. You know what that is? From bad eating, and it come out of your pores. It's like somebody that drink all the time. Even when they're not drinking, they smell like alcohol. Ain't that incontinence? So what I wanted to add was I had asked on your panel, Lisa, I was curious because I was doing research trying to find out what percentage of money was being spent to campaign to the Black community. And I could never find it. And it hit me like a ton of bricks the other day. And I said, the Democratic Party used the campaign money for entertainment purposes. Came in and all these celebrities. What are you bringing all these damn celebrities for? Also that was another form. Everything when it came at us was a form of disrespect. Oh, just entertain them, them ends, and they'll be happy with that, and then go vote. That type of stuff. No, what I was happy to see, because across the board, like I said, I would check out people much older, middle age, and even I say like the hip hop community. And this is why they don't like social media, because everybody's on the world stage and we seeing what's going on. And I said, the Democratic Party played their last card.
And you notice you didn't see James Clyburn anymore?
Oh no.
You know why? Because if you go back before Joe Biden stepped aside, he admitted he can't get through to these young people. No, they don't want to hear no old Uncle Tom up in their face.
No.
You know, and you sitting up there cheerleading for Joe Biden, and we're all watching Joe Biden decline, but you trying to convince us that what we're looking at, that ain't really what's there. You know, that ain't there. Believe you. Now, don't believe our eyes, believe you.
Yeah, that's the one thing, that don't think that our voices and our channels didn't play a part in this, because we was breaking it down from day one about the BS when it came to Kamala, and let alone the Democratic Party, and how they felt like they was entitled, and they took a chance, and this is and now they're gonna be angry at us.
Yeah,
really?
They're angry at us, and they lost everything, y'all. They lost the presidency, they lost the House, and they didn't get the Senate either.
So
they
a
lost
lot of
everything.
So that tells me a lot of our folks that went and voted, they also did a protest votes, because they just sick and tired of just being messed over. You know, they already know Trump ain't gonna do nothing. We already know what Trump is on. This country ain't never did nothing for us but just cause us great pain. Just great pain. What Cap say? They when it comes to Esau, they bring deceit, destruction. How did it go? It was all the D's. I think it was disease, deceit, destruction, and it was something else that they always bring to us, and we get the brunt end of it. So I'm glad that our eyes are wide open. But then the other thing that bothers me is that we shouldn't be falling out as a people, because they don't, it's like, I remember I watched a movie, and these two black men, they slaves, and they having a fist fight. You still a damn slave? That's
they did that. They did that during slavery. That's where a lot of boxing came from too.
Yeah, you ain't nothing but a form of entertainment with them. So the relationship that you got with family members and friends and stuff, we need to put something to our pride to the side and rebond however long it take, because we need each other. This is not worth it. These people got what they wanted. All right. And to not have nothing else to do with each other, I need my people. I need my family. I need Lisa. I need y'all. So we may not always agree, but we need each other, because I know who the enemy is at the end of the day. So that's very important. That's very important.
So we gotta also, understand Karen and Darren are going to get emboldened out here again.
Oh yeah.
They don't know how to go somewhere and sit down. So, they feel empowered when Donald Trump is around. But Donald Trump, like I said, this presidency is going to be far worse than it was for him the first time. You just watch what I'm telling you. You're talking about a much older man with slower motor skills, and he's going to be under a lot of pressure. You just watch, and and you know where it's going to start? His inauguration. If that crowd ain't big, that's where it's going to start.
Oh Lord,
if
right
that crowd ain't big in January when he's inaugurated, man, that's where it's going to start.
Yeah, he's going to be in his feelings, because one thing about Trump, his attention span is like a gnat to me. And then on top of that, it's like you hand him a gift, and 2 seconds later, he ain't even interested in that gift. Okay, where's the other gift at? It's never enough with him. So he always bitching about something. He always in his feelings about something. And given the age factor, that takes a toll. I cannot fathom at that age. I would be kicking my heels up, trying to take care of my health to the best I can and enjoying my family. So that's why I keep saying he been out here stretching himself thin. Because one day I looked at him last week, I said, Trump don't look like himself. damn, what's wrong with him? He looked dehydrated and all of that. And did you I know you seen it, Lisa, that footage where his legs are wobbling funny.
Mm-hmm.
They showed put a couple of videos together where I didn't know he had issues with his legs like that. And I'm like, oh wow. He's not too stable like that, because like he's tried to step up in that truck and his legs went kind of.
Oh yeah, he almost barely got in that truck because it's up high, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Those trash trucks are up pretty high.
Mm-hmm. But then when they were showing him just at the podium, his legs was kind of shaking funny. Then he was just walking down just a few little stairs. And I said, wow, okay, I gotta pay attention to that. Something's going on with him.
Right, Juania, that's right. He only wants the presidency so all his legal troubles can go away. That's exactly right. He don't want. He got a fear of going to jail.
But he can't.
Isn't that amazing? The people that love seeing us in jail are petrified of going to jail.
But he can't keep it. He can't keep his. He can't. One thing that Trump is known for doing, he can't stay out of trouble. And he always expecting people to get him out of trouble. You know, so he what you call an old fool.
Yeah.
But another thing that I wanted to mention, back to Kamala. My husband that came downstairs and he had told me last night, he said, Kamala messed up. I said, because I was watching another network. He said, she didn't even come out and address them folks that was out there supporting her. She sent some tight wad behind dude out there. And I guess she was up in her feelings. They raked her over last night, Lisa. I mean, they went in on her because them people was hurt that she didn't become president, and then she didn't come out there and then. I mean, she could have came out there and said something. But I was reading y'all comments. Y'all said Kamala went and got drunk.
Yeah, she probably cried because they said when Hillary lost against Trump, she cried. She cried, and I bet you Kamala did too.
Yeah. She. A couple of little pictures I seen look like somebody. Her hair wasn't looking straight. It was like, look at you, girlfriend. You've been touched. So yeah. I was reading y'all comments, and she still got a hangover. Okay, she was on her knees, huh? Well, she's an expert in that.
She'll got plenty of time to do that after she and Joe Biden leave the White House. She'll have plenty of time to do that.
Oh, she was turned up. Yeah, but they pushed this thing for 107 days. And like we said, always when it comes to us, it's at the very, very last minute. It's like pulling teeth. It's like, damn, we got to go over here and get the black vote. But, but you keep telling us, we're not important enough.
Right. We're 13% of the population. You keep telling us we just tiny in this place. And we know we're not. One thing my uncle told me, he said they were saying that when he was a little boy, and he is 79 years old. He said when he was in school, he heard we were 13% of the population when he was in elementary school.
So we shouldn't even be existing.
So, yeah. So apparently our birth rate must be zero, must have been zero all this time. I don't know. But according to them, we haven't moved. And every time you say something, you ever notice the stupid answers they give us? In fact, they don't really give you answers. They just try to play along and make you believe, well, that it is what it is. You're 13%. Nah. So my uncle said he believed we're 100 million strong in this country. And he don't, and he said they don't want us to know what the true numbers are, because if we really knew what the true numbers were, they know we ain't gonna never listen to them again.
That's true.
They're afraid of losing control. They don't have much control now anyway.
All they're going to continue to do is keep using fear factors, you know, and
Mhm.
that they thought that if they could throw that at us, especially
Mhm.
that
13 colonies, 13% of the population.
that black folks would just be in a state of fear and, you know, well, I better go vote for Trump because, and I'm like, well, we didn't have a full experience with Trump when he was in office. So
And why do we got to be in fear all the time? What the hell is up with that?
trying to keep us in control.
No, I think we need to just get up every day and be ourselves. The hell with all this fear factor
That's why I
stuff.
was saying that's where we have to demonstrate our faith. We look at our look. You got to look at it
I
like this.
really believe, yeah, I believe everything we're being told is a lie, y'all.
Look at when our folks were enslaved and dealing with that, and then when so-called slavery was going on and survived that, and where we're at right now. So I can't imagine living under that type of pressure. But we done got this far, and now they'll throw something out there, and you just go in complete panic mode. That's why I keep saying some of us are allowing the system in our household, and it controls us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, so y'all, keep your head up. We're going to get through this just like we get through everything else. I know
Yes.
some people were overly concerned about that project 20 what,
Right.
25,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
2025.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Correct.
You look, Donald Trump may not even be in his right mind in another year or two. I'm serious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the way he was talking on that stage, I don't believe his faculties are all there now.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No.
I really don't.
Mm-mm. And how can I'm gonna say it like this? And when it comes to JD Vance, um, he needs to be careful because I cannot see this country, if anything happens to Trump, him being the president. There's just no way I can see it. Um, there was a message that was put out in Russia about the most loved president, which was JFK, and that thing could possibly happen to Trump too. And then another thing I've been saying is Trump has created a problem for himself. Now you got the megas, they are a trip. And if they are not, eventually it's going to start dawning on, and has been dawning on some, because I've been listening to him, that he's not able to deliver. They are extremists. Now, he has had, in one sense, three Republicans that was a part of that mega that wanted to take him out, his
Yeah.
own. And this ain't the first time I've seen this, that they always so busy looking at us or others, but mainly us, and it be the very person that look like they own folks, and
Mhm.
I mean they be extremists in that. And he's really created himself a problem because he has a habit of getting what he wants and spitting you out. I mean, there was people that had cabinet positions. If they didn't do what he wanted, he would fire you, keep it moving. And if you get in any type of trouble, he ain't gonna help you. You can do something for
Mhm.
him, know you're gonna get caught, do it anyway, and you sitting there waiting for Trump. Look at what he did to, Giuliani's supposed to be one of his closest friends.
Well,
Giuliani getting raked over.
Mhm.
I mean, and I'm loving everything that happens to him. I mean, they stripping him down, but he was doing Trump's bidding, and look what it ended up happening. And
Yeah, he was bidding, but he was also running his big mouth too. That got him
mm-hmm,
in a lot of trouble.
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Well, you know, I'm going to do what I do and just stay close to the Most High. And the hell with all this politics and all the stuff going on in this country, because all we're doing is we're looking at their destruction. Y'all know there's another hurricane hitting Cuba, and it's supposed to head this way.
Well, you know, up here.
Hurricane Raphael, an angel's name. Hurricane Raphael.
Well, let me tell you, it was the strangest thing last night. Once they had said who was the president, the wind up here in California blew so hard it knocked the power out of my house twice. We in retrograde. It's staging right now. So when I called Big Mike, he was down south someplace, and he said the wind was blowing hard where he was at. I was like, wow. You know, this weather, and then then KD said, well, it's still summer where I'm at. I mean, there's some strange things going on. Then I seen a picture today where just before this major flood hit, you seen UFOs. You seen like a cluster of them. And the next thing you know, this flood had hit some little rural town. So I always say that's the divine hand, but those are actually angels, because they got angels that have certain assignments and what they're supposed to do. So the Bible scholars, you know, this is where y'all really need to come on any of our channels and really point out things in the word, because I'm really concerned about our folks.
Yeah, Andre, it's been warm in New Jersey too. Man, it's almost like, where's fall? It's like, where's fall? It don't feel like fall.
How many degrees has it been, Lisa?
Today, 81.
Damn. Right now, it is 48 degrees here in California.
Y'all are way colder than we are, which is very strange.
Yeah, and that's unusual, even during this time of year, for us to be, during the time of day, to be 48 degrees. Usually it's like around 60, but not 40.
Yeah. And you know what? And the thing is, if you notice, this whole season with the storms, it's been deadly, especially with the flooding. It's like, okay, you're not flooding, maybe a little. No, the flood is going all the way up to the damn roof of the house. That's the kind of flooding we've been looking at all this time. It's like every hurricane is bringing 30 inches or more of water.
And you know that's going to piss Trump
and
off.
You notice how many times people have been caught up in these storms and they all say, I didn't see it coming. That's what I've heard in North Carolina, Florida. I mean, all of these places, that's what the people are saying. Yeah, we didn't see this coming. We weren't expecting this.
So it wasn't even like a buildup. It just hit them.
Yep.
Wow.
Because hurricanes usually don't hit mountains. Like in North Carolina, that's all a mountain region. That's all up in the mountains.
I've never experienced a hurricane.
You don't want to. I did.
I'm used to
you don't want to.
I'm used to dealing with earthquakes. So that's interesting.
Yeah, FEMA came out when North Carolina first got hit and said they don't have no money.
Well,
they don't have no money.
Well, you know who that's on.
Yeah, I saw Valencia, Spain. And I went and researched Valencia, Spain. That area was occupied by the Romans 2,100 years ago. That's where the Romans were.
Okay.
In Spain. So, I mean, it got an interesting history. And North Carolina, that area, those sundown towns, those were a lot of plantations, and a lot of those homes those folks lived in were passed down from their slave owning relatives that they were living in. Well, they're gone now, isn't it?
It sure
Those
is.
homes are gone now.
That's what when any of those hurricanes or any type of disaster, natural disaster hit them towns down there, I always look up the Black history in those little towns, and it's like another Rosewood. It never fails. It never
Oh yeah,
fails.
it was a
And I
slave
mean,
port in Valencia. Absolutely. Why do you think all them Romans were over there? Because they were taking part in the sale of those slaves. Yeah, and I said I'm finding it very interesting how a lot of the places that were hit and destroyed have that kind of history. It's almost like the Most High knows where to hit first. But I heard the slavery in the Carolinas was terrible. So I'm not surprised he's starting down in the states where we were treated the worst. I'm not 100% shocked. So we'll see where Raphael will end up. They said Cuba will definitely take a direct hit. And you see what's going on with the power there in Cuba. They are struggling, and they're admitting they can't even fix the power situation there. They can't fix it. So you already took a hit from Hurricane Milton, and now they said on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, Hurricane Raphael is supposed to make landfall in Cuba. And then from there, they believe it's going to head towards the Gulf, and anywhere between Louisiana and Texas is supposed to get either the remnants that's left, or it's going to make it and still be fully intact and hit that area. That's what they're projecting. So if it does come, it will probably either be the end of this week, or might even be over the weekend when it make it here. And yes, it just like Milton, they said Raphael is filled with tornadoes. Wasn't there like almost 40 tornadoes in Milton? Yeah, I don't know how many is going to be in Raphael, but they said tornadoes are definitely in there. Anointed Hands, you said it did make it to Cuba today, category 3. I'm not surprised. They did say they were going to take a direct hit. And they were already sitting in the dark with their power. And these hurricanes have been some of the most destructive ones I have seen in my lifetime. I thought Katrina was bad. I didn't think anything could top Katrina until this year. And now the hurricanes we're looking at, they're all topping Katrina.
Are you talking about like the one that you was just showing the other day in Oklahoma?
Those were tornadoes.
Tornadoes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those were tornadoes.
Okay. Wow. Well, when they show those aerial shots, Lisa, them places look like toothpicks.
Yeah, they look like a bomb was dropped on them.
It really does. Yeah.
And like I was saying, every time the flood comes, it's like they flood. It's almost like you can't see nothing but the roof of these houses. And it seems like every hurricane is leaving the places looking like that.
Yeah, it sure does. I mean,
they can't use them arsenals they got up in their houses against those storms, can they?
Yeah, a question I want to the arsenal is useless. The question I want to ask, because I haven't taken the time to look into it. So a lot of the Republicans basically said they didn't want no more funding for FEMA.
Right.
Was that something that was passed? That was like some type of wow. That was
passed. And then of course they ran back to try to change, because Marjorie Taylor Greene, she was one of the ones that voted against funding after a natural disaster, and see that hurricane that hit North Carolina also hit her district. And then she suddenly ran back to try to get funding. I said that was stupid.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't
That.
understand their logic on that. And there's always natural disasters every year. It's a season for these things. So these are they folks voted them in, and see how they care about their own people. And I know they was on her behind and the others that voted against that, because that's when you're not political when your house is floating down the street.
Well, see, listen, 27 people, I believe, died in her district.
Wow.
27 people died. And there was a lot of destruction in that district that she represents.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the people got on her and she ran back to get some funding. She ran back to get some funding after she voted against it.
Wait, that was dumb. You're right about that black butterfly. They gave the money to the Ukraine.
I believe Trump is going to cut that Ukraine money off.
Yeah, me too.
I believe he's going to cut that off, because Donald Trump, he's down with Putin.
Yeah, the Ukraine, they money getting ready to cut off, and you know that guy over there even requested U.S. soldiers. I said, what? Damn. Because they were talking about Biden, and they was like, Biden don't know when to say no.
Yeah,
he was just gonna keep giving them money.
And he shouldn't get no U.S. soldiers should be over there.
No, because if they did send any over there, they're gonna send us first.
Mm-hmm.
I know how that go. But yeah, Trump gonna cut that right off.
Oh yeah,
I know he worried.
Mm-hmm. And see, it's not going to be anything the Democrats can do, especially now that the Republicans got the House and Senate. When he cut it off, it's not going to be nothing they can do to counteract it.
Yeah, they control the purse strings now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be a different ball game now.
Yeah, so this was way much deeper than trying to put it on us. This was just how Biden was just, running his ship. People are really upset, and then he wants to. The thing that I didn't like was when they was getting on him about sending all this money over. He gonna say, well, the other countries are eventually kick in and we'll recover our losses. They're not gonna do that. Hell no. They just let the United States.
No, in fact, Germany said they couldn't send no more equipment because if something happened, they wouldn't even be able to protect their country. They sent so much stuff. You got to think about it. You look at the astronomical amounts of money this country sent Ukraine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, just think about all those European nations on the West. They also sent money. France has sent money. Germany has sent money. Austria sent money. That man is just rolling in the dough.
And they still losing.
Yes. Yes.
It's like, when do you say no?
They don't want to say no. I guess they're happy as long as that money don't end up in our hands.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 1 minute they don't have no money, then the next minute they have plenty money. So there's many factors in this that it wasn't just one component. We didn't have full 4 years of the.
We shouldn't be funding all these wars anyway. Think about it. You got Ukraine and Russia. They've been warring now for going on 3 years, right? And now you got that stuff that's going on over there in Israel, and the U.S. is funding that too.
Mm-hmm.
How many wars are you going to fund? Seriously, how many wars are you going to fund, and people here in your homeland are falling apart?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, America. America wants to put on this face like she got everything together. And the number one thing that I keep hearing, and it doesn't even matter the race of the person, is food is high. And they said, watch, Trump is not going to be able to bring down the price of food. It's not going to happen. So, he makes all these promises and he's not going to deliver. He feels quite smug
No,
now.
you got to understand, these are other millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Trump ain't going to take no money away from them.
Nah.
He's not going to take no money away from them. This inflation is here to stay.
Yeah, it sure is. But I'm really impressed with the stuff that our folks do know. Because if it wasn't for a lot of y'all emails and articles that y'all have sent us, because we do our research and stuff, and keep doing that, keep bringing that stuff in. We have really been educated, and we know, because I'm gonna rub it in with the Democratic Party, how they gonna move before they even move. Y'all can't fool us no more. The gig
Miss
is
Ebiel, you're right. The price of eggs, $9. Yeah, I saw when I was in the store, I saw eggs that were $10. I said,
damn.
are you kidding me? Yeah.
For a dozen of eggs?
Eggs, yes. Eggs are very expensive now.
Now, I haven't seen that one, but I tell you something that a couple of weeks ago, I went over to the store to go get a half pint of half and half. It was $9 and some change. And I told my husband, there ain't no way in hell I'm gonna spend that kind of money on some half and half. So we went to this other store, the same brand, same size, and it was like one of these outlet stores, grocery stores. It was $1 and some change. So how did it get from damn near $9 and then jump down from that? I'm like, well, how would one store setting these prices like that? And then another thing we did was we went into a store, one of those stores that supply restaurant foods for restaurants and stuff. And you don't even have to have a membership. We just went in there just to see what the cost was. They have some pretty good prices in those stores, even better than Costco.
That's why I haven't given up my BJ's membership, because you get a lot, but their prices are a lot better.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, we went over there because they had like, how you use those little aluminum baking pans, something you just use for a minute and eventually you're going to throw it away. They had them in there for $1.50. We went to the next store, they was $5.
Wow.
And I said, and then what was, and the quality of them were better because it's a store for restaurants. So the quality of everything that they had was so much better. Yeah. And they had, like I said, they had prices even better than Costco. They really did.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous out here. And I feel sorry for people that are working and they're low income. I know y'all struggling. I mean, that is horrible. Now, a lot of people even making six figures are feeling the pain out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, medicine has always been high. Unfortunately, they are never going to do nothing about the price of medicine.
Well, like you were sharing in one of those states, Lisa, you were sharing with me where one of those states, everything was tore up, and they had a factory over there making IV bags, and they supplying pretty much the bulk throughout the United States. And I'm thinking,
do you know that was in North Carolina and they got hit by the hurricane?
Wow.
They got hit by the hurricane, and they said it will create.
Lisa, you on mute.
Yeah, no, what I was saying was they said that factory that makes the IV bags, they said they got a direct hit from the hurricane. They said all the IV bags and everything they had put together was under mud. And they were supposed to go out to hospitals all across the country. And they said it would be for some time a shortage on IV bags.
That's ridiculous. You know, when you told me that, I said, so you depending on pretty much one company to supply the whole entire United States with IV bags?
Right. They said they supplied over 60%. That's where the other percentage came from.
Where?
Puerto Rico. And I said, so y'all got two places that got hit bad by hurricanes.
Lord, you would think in that situation, each state would supply their own IV bags.
Right.
You know,
right.
So they wouldn't run into those type of problems.
They always trying to do everything the cheapest way possible.
And that's having that's having a monopoly at the end of the day.
It is.
You know, because I can imagine, but see, if that's just two different companies are making the IV bags, then that keeps the price up high. But if they spread it through the United States, naturally it'll drop down. See how they keep stuff up?
That's Austin said it created a shortages for the University of Virginia Hospital in Charlottesville, Virginia. So y'all got a shortage on IV bags. Oh, there you go.
Hey, Lisa, before you go, do you feel up to reading that article that I sent you?
Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get into my Gmail. Oh, oops.
Yeah, ocean soul. That's a big ass egg. I wonder how many people could eat off of that egg.
Okay, here it is. How white women doomed Kamala Harris and the Democrats again. But according to them, it's black men's fault, right?
Yeah.
So they actually knew from the early exit polls that there was a race gap. White women were voting for Donald Trump, who won the majority of white women voters for the third straight time. So every time Donald Trump ran for office, he overwhelmingly got the majority of white women, and he did yesterday too. He did yesterday. So even after destroying abortion rights, even after a judge went to painstaking lengths to clarify Trump raped E. Jean Carroll, boy, do I remember that. Even as the Harris campaign targeted the imaginary silent majority of women hiding their political views from their husbands, 52% of white American women showed us who they really are, Trump supporters. I'm not surprised, but they're not in the media blaming them, though.
Yeah.
They're not in the media blaming them. National exit polls show that Trump easily carried white women's vote as white men vote. So the white men voted for Donald Trump at 59%. 59%. Black men and women voted 20%, and 7% of those votes went to Donald Trump. This was so much liberal and winning over Harris perceived issues with black voters, black male voters particularly. And they were trying, see, what I did not like is they were trying to target black men, and then they were trying to say black men were too sexist to vote for Kamala. Actually, the white man is way more sexist than the black man.
Mm-hmm.
That is the truth. They are
Yeah.
way more sexist than black men.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So black men were too sexist, too uneducated, and were seen as vulnerability for her chances. Well, I don't know why white women weren't. This election has taught me that there is a true intellect deficiency among our heterosexual black men. So that is what Barack Obama put out there, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Barack Obama was the first one to come forward and talk about black men being too sexist to vote for Kamala. He put that out there. That ain't the truth. There's plenty of black men that would vote for a woman. That was not it. But that was the message he put out there, and the media just ate it up. And yet Harris won 3/4 of black men, while a much larger, more powerful group of voters, white women, rejected the parties, begging for their votes for the third time in a row.
That sums it up, Lisa.
Yes, it does.
Uh-huh. Yep. That, yeah, I was so happy when I found that article today. I said, now this is what we've been talking about. So somebody wrote an article about it and broke it all down.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows you how she gets down. And they kept saying it was a lot of women out there, but they wouldn't say the race of the woman. And I knew exactly what they was talking about when they were out here voting in droves. So she the one that made sure Trump got back in office again.
Yes.
And she gonna be the one that's gonna get the brunt end of Yahweh's divine hand. Telling you, she been really messy. I mean, for centuries doing stuff. Really messy.
You know, but you know what I found odd about the whole thing with Kamala's campaign? Where were the East Indian supporters for her? You notice they never came out real strong for her?
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah. I know, like I said, up here, even though they said
they went for Trump.
Even though they said Kamala took California, Lisa, it was quiet here. It was just so quiet, and we didn't see nobody out here, because usually where I live at, people demonstrate who they for. You know, they have it all out. I mean, they out in the street with it. Nothing. You know, and then I'm paying attention and I'm looking through the neighborhoods. I don't see nobody putting things, you know, little flyers in their window. I don't see them doing it at their places of businesses. You would see some, but you wouldn't see it like this is a major election. And then you would think, you know, given that short of time, and I'm in Kamala country, you think you would heavily just see them just really pushing for her.
Right.
Didn't see it like that. Didn't see it like that at all. Well, when they showed the United States, and see, I was waiting for the polls to close in Hawaii because that's the last one. And I looked, I said, shoot, it's red. It's a wrap. And they talking about it's a tie. It's a tie. We're not sure. I'm like, he getting the delegates. It's a wrap.
Right.
See, see, another Californian is saying the same thing I'm saying, and you down south, and I'm up north. But wow. somebody asked a question. They asked, well, since white women are doing all these voting, why they haven't voted in a white woman? to be in office. Those women are not loyal amongst themselves.
Mm-mm.
If a white man is running,
They would not even vote for Hillary.
yeah, they're gonna put that white man right back in that in office.
Mm-hmm.
But see,
that's why when they talk sisterhood to us, that's why I laugh.
mm-hmm.
They have never, ever, ever been sisters with us.
Mm-hmm.
But when they don't get what they want, all of a sudden they turn to us and we're sisters. That's why I can't even pay attention to them.
No, I give you none of my energy on that. But see, what the thing that blew my mind, Lisa, when Trump was first in office, and he has no shame about, like they say, he speak on a 4th grade level. He's telling people to shoot up bleach, all kind of just crazy stuff that come out of his mouth.
The word. He loves the word tremendous.
Yes, the
Everything
tremendous
is tremendous.
Because that makes him, in his mind, that makes him sound like he's intelligent. And I said, wow. I said, they want us to go along with this. This dude is dumb. And I said, that gave me a more insight in on their race, that you can have a complete idiot being the head of something and they go along and get along with that.
Yeah, they're happy with it. Yeah, they're happy with it.
Woo-wee,
yeah,
I'm good.
You know what? No defense, but the majority of them speak on a 4th grade level.
Okay.
They do. You listen to them on a regular basis?
I know, because I know, like when I was working,
they can relate to Donald Trump.
Lisa, let me tell you what happened. I was working on this job where all of us had to get training, and this training was we had to get training through a railroad company, and we had to take actual classes just for a day. So how to get through the class real quick, in the little booklets that we had, they would have everybody read a little question. And so I came in on the second class. So my foreman was a brother. He said, Kim, I'm just warning you. He said, them white boys can't read. He said, they're going to start reading stuff and it ain't going to be what's down there on the little booklet. He said, I'm just warning you. I said, oh, okay. So I had kind of forgot. So I'm listening and I'm following along. I'm like, that's not there. What in the hell is he reading?
Yeah, many of them are. You'd be shocked at how many of them are walking around illiterate.
Yeah, and so
many of them are.
And so when I would be at work, me and some of the brothers would be talking about politics, and I read this, and he said, well, I read that. They would be quiet. They would be quiet. You wouldn't even see them bring a newspaper in the morning. You usually see a person back in the day with a newspaper and a cup of coffee before they get started for work. Not even a newspaper. If they was reading the paper, they was looking in there for some used cars or something like that. I said, wow. And then and my father taught me this: come to work with a book. They have a problem with that. And they'd be like, oh, what you reading? What you reading? They have issues with us carrying books and all that. They are some very inadequate people that even a book will intimidate them. If any of the men in here work construction, they know what I'm talking about.
I'll be right back. Somebody's at the door. Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna keep saying this.
You can keep going.
They are so petty. When I was working in the construction field, I used to wear a brown hard hat, and that gives you status. Now, also what gives you status if you got a lot of stickers on your hard hat. So different manufacturers come out there and they'll hand out stickers, or different companies that you work for hand out stickers, and it would bother them that you had stickers. So I made a point of getting as many stickers that I could get, just to make them feel some kind of way, because it was just amusing to me. I thought, wow, some stickers would make them feel like that. And don't be walking around with a radio at work. That bothers them too. They're insecure about a damn radio, and we out here working construction. I said, these people are insane. Okay, see, Mac. Okay. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about with them hard hats and them stickers. And I know y'all saying, what the hell is she talking about? I'm serious. Yes, yeah, them stickers is like gold to them. Uh-huh. And I mean, my hard hat was covered. I made when I found that out, I said, okay, I'm gonna wear they behind out. Oh, where you've been working on a lot of jobs. Oh, wow. Yeah, Queen, Mommy, they are. Like people wonder, like, have you ever heard about by the age of 13, their pineal gland is over 90% calcified. That's why they don't have any empathy for anybody's pain or plight. And it's all about that pineal gland.
I heard about that. Or their reactions don't seem normal.
No, it don't.
You know what I mean? Their reactions to certain things, there's just not really a real true normal reaction. Like a human reaction. It's not.
Yeah. And I'm saying, wow, that's heavy. But they teenagers and that joker is calcified. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I read about that where they like to eat raw meat. Like if they'll say steak tartare, that's raw meat. They'll eat it like that. Ugh. We want our stuff cooked all the way through.
You ain't never lied. You
all
sure
the way.
Do.
But Lady
D, yeah. I used to watch them steal other people's work on the job. That's why it makes me laugh when they try to tell that story. I got fired and they brought in a less qualified black. And I was like, do you know I've watched y'all cheat on jobs, steal other people's work, lie about what skills you got, and you really don't have those skills? I've seen it all. So they got a lot of nerve talking about we got less qualifications than, are you kidding me? Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, now check this out. I had a superintendent, and one day out the blue, Lisa, the superintendent hands me all this the time card, because we would have to write, the superintendent have to write it in construction. You can't punch in anything. And then so he would have to write for the day what did we do for that day. So I was looking down there reading it, and he kept spelling crow consistently, crow. And I'm looking all through it, reading it, crow. Then I looked the next following week, crow. Nobody never corrected him. Crew, fool, not crow. What are you talking about? I said, and that's the superintendent.
Well, there was one on a job I worked at. They gave her files, right? And said, put these in alphabetical order and then filed them over there in that filing cabinet. You know what her ass said? What do you mean?
I would have fell out, Lisa. Don't do that to me.
Know what alphabetical order meant.
Don't tell me that. I would have.
She didn't know what. This was not a black woman, y'all.
You know that.
They had to explain alphabetical order to this chick.
Wow, that's Sad. Unity 2025. I'm not a, because I wasn't in the technically welders don't have a union. They're an assist trade. So I was in the laborers union. So this is what, and they're extreme, and he said they're extremely jealous because he is a certified welder. So the reason why they jealous is he don't always weld. So you get paid for just showing up. Maybe something just break down. So it's an assist trade. Something might break down. You might work the whole duration of the job and nothing break down or need to be welded. So They just pay you to be there. I mean, you find something else to do. And that bothers them. That really bothers them. Yeah, unions are going under because what they're doing is they're not really allowing a lot of the foreigners to get their union card from the back door. And this is like I was telling y'all, there was a Mexican guy. We had a mass safety meeting. The last job I worked on, I built a bridge. And this was a real serious safety meeting. They let some illegals come over here and buy their union cards out the back door. And they had him working with the electricians. And that Mexican guy didn't know what he was doing, and his arm was blown off. He died right there on the job. I said, oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
But, we got a lot of people, and I've heard this from other channels. I'm not going to call out who it is. They think every job up in here can be replaced with illegals. No. Actually, if the job is very specialized, you can't give no job like that to somebody that come across the border with a 4th grade education. You can't.
No,
there are some jobs Americans will definitely be able to keep.
Yeah, you're right about that. Like the kind of work that my husband did, he would erect cranes and take cranes down. He said he never ever worked with an illegal alien at all on any job because that is so dangerous. To put them, them cranes up, that stuff is scary to me to see something like that. So yeah, you're right about that, Lisa. It's some things you can't replace everybody with, but they gonna try their best to cut corners any way that they can. They really are. Yeah, can't speak English, can't read English. I didn't walked up on some.
They can't speak, but listen, y'all, they can't speak or read English, but they can still get a driver's license. They can still get a driver's license.
Damn.
And they do up in New York. Up in New York, they said it's easy for them to get a driver's license.
So what are they doing? Just pointing the pictures or something?
They can drive around and do whatever they want. And can't speak a lick of English, can't read the signs, but they can get a license and still drive all over the place. And New York ain't the only state that allows it. A lot of these states do.
I remember when for a minute they had came after the immigration people were looking for them folks, and I seen it on the job. They was running. They left everything. I even remember a while back, Lisa, it was somewhere down south. They were hiring a bunch of them working in like these chicken factories and stuff. And they were coming after these folks.
Yes.
And they left their kids at home.
They would leave. Yeah, they would leave. All of them would just get up and leave together because they knew immigration would be coming.
Because I got a girlfriend in New York. She was she was living upstairs, and it was a bunch of them living downstairs from her. And she said she don't know how many was in that house. She said, I don't know when them folks left, but she said they tipped up out of there quickly. They got all of them got out of there.
Well, they'll live 20, 30 to a house.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous to live like that. One toilet in the house and everybody living in there like that. But she said her and her mother looked up and them people was gone because every time they would see one, they would see a new one, and they were like, yeah. How many is in there?
Yeah. Yeah. And see, that's why I showed that video where people were calling the cops on them. And some of y'all might remember, I think it was still like August or September, and the cop stood right there and said, don't call the police on illegals because we're not going to do nothing. I showed that video, and that was out of New York. Told U.S. citizens, don't call the police on illegals because we're not going to do nothing. But everybody And their mama can call the police on black folk, though.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Did you, Lisa, did you get that email where another cop got convicted? And he even got on the witness stand. He thought he was going to get away with that. And he had shot up that black man.
He shot a black man, yeah. I saw that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure did. Mm-mm-mm. Wow.
You are funny as hell pointing at pictures. Y'all must be laughing at that picture I put up of Kamala on my channel. I found me a good meme. I'll be hunting for him. Oh, yeah, I'll be hunting for him.
Yeah, it looked like her, I think that was her stepdaughter standing next to her husband. She was just bawling and crying.
Ocean Soul, you need to stop. So how may I send Lisa and True Royal some cherries? Are you serious? You really got some real cherries someplace? Don't be messing with us. And Lisa ain't right. She'll take a picture or something and send them to me.
Mm-hmm. That's fun.
To hurt my feelings. I keep telling y'all she ain't right. Right now, I'm eating a lot of because I like cherries, and if it's not cherry, it's pomegranates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my husband went over to Costco. They got them jumbo pomegranates. They are so good.
Mm-hmm. No, we'll see how many Trump gets out. He claimed he gonna get these people out day one. He gonna get them the hell up on out. But you know who he's gonna go after first? Those Haitians that got accused of eating pets. He gonna run them out first.
Yeah, he makes a lot of promises. We'll see. Like you remember, like when he said he was gonna build that wall.
Yeah.
And got quiet about that wall. And that wall, I had to show everybody they wasn't building that wall properly. And what is that? LVZ got on me. He said, "You telling too much. They're gonna start building the wall right." I said, "They ain't gonna listen to me."
Mm-hmm.
Actually, pomegranates is a desert fruit. It thrives better in the desert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's even certain vegetables that do better in like a heat wave.
Mm-hmm.
Where the cherries at?
Man, when cherry season come, and you know what? This last cherry season, Lisa, it lasted way longer than I ever seen. Because after a while, they started not being so good. And every time I go to the store, I say, "Wow, they're still in good condition." I said, "How long this gonna last?" So it was extended. So I enjoyed myself.
Mm-hmm. Technically, they can give us cherries year round because all they got to do is get them out of South America. Because we had it, they started doing year round cherries in New Jersey starting during the pandemic. And we had them all through the fall, all through the winter, and they were just getting everything out of South America.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, technically, I don't know why they won't do it.
Well, it's probably about 45 minutes from my house. There's some farms it's a town called Brentwood, and it's all farm country. And they always send me a listing, and you can go and just pick your own. And I've done that before. It's pretty fun picking your own because you get some real good ones out there at those farms. Because there's one farm I go to, you can get cherries. All they grow is cherries and nectarines. Lord, them nectarines are so good.
I love nectarines.
Yeah. And it seems like the best ones are the ones way up high up in the tree where you can
because they get hit with more sunlight.
Yeah.
That's how it is. I got a pear tree. And that's how it is. The ones up on top, you can see them. They're all big and plump.
Yeah, just teasing you, huh? Oh, yeah. My goodness.
They get more sunlight.
Yeah, and they taste so much better.
See, the sun is a giver of life, but it scorches them.
Yeah, why? That's interesting. That's my husband bought some pears just recently, and he thought they were going bad. And I said, I don't know why they bruise up bad like that. I said, just peel them, and they were so good and sweet and juicy, but just that the skin just bruises up quicker than a banana and turn colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The giver of life, the sun. I love the sun.
Yeah, and then these knuckleheads,
they trying to block the sun out.
Block the sun. Yeah, they want to block the sun, and we need the sun. That's crazy. That sun be tearing them up. You know how they came to
Bill Gates for a while was trying to do something to block the sun. I said, that ain't gonna work. I said, but you think you can block out that big old sun up in the sky? I don't think you can do it.
Well, I done came to the conclusion why Esau has a hatred for the sun. And the sun is only doing what the sun is supposed to do. They don't belong here. So the sun is trying to eliminate them belong here. In fact, Lisa, one time I went over to the Weather Channel, and them folks was over there having a deep discussion about the sun. I said, oh, they don't really like the sun.
No, if you go out on YouTube and just type, I hate the sun, you're going to see all of them on the videos. And
wow.
All of them have done videos on, I hate the sun. I was like, how the hell can you hate the sun? It doesn't even make any sense. How the hell do you hate the sun? But I'm telling y'all, just type, when you get off of this live stream, type, I hate the sun, and look at how many videos them folks are on screaming about the sun. Wow.
Yeah, that was a trip when I went over to that Weather Channel, and they was talking about they hate the sun, and the sun is burning them up. But you know what? But what gets me is, have you ever seen some of them that do love the sun? That sun will turn them into leather. Ooh, wait! I seen this old white man.
I used to see a lot more of them walking around like that when I was a child. I would see a lot of them walking around with that leathery looking skin.
Yeah, and they turn kind of reddish. And I used to see this one white man. He would always have his shirt off. He thought he looked good with his he looked so dry up. And I said, oh, that man need to put his shirt on. And, that sun had cooked him, Lisa. I mean, had literally cooked him. His skin just, it wasn't no way to say that.
Yeah, Tan Mom. You remember Tan Mom?
Tan Mom? No, not offhand.
She was that white woman that kept going to the tanning salon and had that real dark skin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I know. Well, I miss some of them videos, Lisa. We used to do them sunburn videos.
Boy, I used to love doing them. They would show them second and third degree burns from the sun. I was like, damn, the sun did all of that to you?
Well, the one that got me was the sun burnt this one white guy, and he had a shirt on. He did that video, and then remember that white girl, she had went to sleep, and I couldn't tell if that was her front or her back. The sun had burnt her so bad, and her skin rose up, and I said, oh, that is creepy. That sun had told, I know that stuff was hurt.
And I think, and then what I used to always see every year when I was in school with them, they would be peeling. Do you ever see their skin peel?
Now, I'm going to tell you what I grew up seeing.
Oh.
And I seen this consistently. And this was mainly in elementary school. Every Monday, either one of the school teachers or one of them little white kids will come to school, and they will have a rash from poison ivy, and that would creep me out. And I would be like, what are they doing to get to, in my little mind, I was just trying to figure out, Why they keep coming back like that? Or if that wasn't an issue, they would have some of that white stuff on the top of their nose. And I'd be like, well, what is that on their nose? And I was like, these people, they always coming back sick. That's what I used to tell my mother. I said, they all burnt up, got a rash. They got white stuff on their nose. Boy, she used to just crack up. They used to disturb me, Lisa, because I didn't know what was going on. You know, I'm like third, fourth grade.
Well, a lot of times they go in the woods and get that poison ivy.
Lisa, they was coming back consistently. It was always on a Monday. They would have a problem, a straight problem, because they don't, see what they don't do is they don't know how to stay on no path. So you go out there, like sometimes we go up to Yosemite and go see the big trees. I mean, these trees are so old and they clearly show a path that you can go. You always see a group of them going wherever they want to go, doing whatever they want to do. And then they got to go up there and rescue their behind. And now these days, if they got to go rescue them, they're going to pay that bill. They got tired of that mess. They got real tired of that.
I know. I used to work with people. They'd be like, shit, the hell with them. Leave them out there.
Wait a minute. Somebody's saying, Ocean, so what are you saying about Loretta? Have run for president?
She probably would be a better one than Trump.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm so glad this election is over with. I've been sick.
I was sick of hearing about it every day. I was like, every time I wanted to go read the news, all I would get is Trump, Kamala, Trump, Kamala, Trump. I was like, I am sick of these people, man.
Yeah, they was just wearing it out. And like I said, I went over and check this out. I went over there to Midas Touch to listen to them.
Oh Lord.
And I went over there to listen to what they had to say. And they was like, oh, this is not going to stop us. And we're going to keep doing our videos. They was just their voice, you should hear their voice. They just butt hurt. And then they was analyzing, well, what was the problem? What caused this? And all of that. And I mean, they started getting in some truth. They started blaming Biden.
Well, Biden and they're women. They're women. That can't be ignored.
No, it sure can't. But that just show you how she get down. Show you. So y'all got the information. Your arm with it. Lisa read the article to y'all. Don't get caught up. Don't let them people let you get caught up and make you feel some kind of way. I throw it right back in their lap.
Because that's their pastime thing, blaming us for everything.
Yeah, that stuff is so old. But you know what? I noticed there's certain people like, I wonder what happened to Herschel Walker. I be thinking things like that.
He spoke. He spoke at the convention. He spoke.
I can't remember seeing him at the convention.
No, he was there. He spoke at one of the rallies.
One of the
rallies Donald Trump had. Herschel Walker spoke. He was there.
But you said Herschel Walker wouldn't get that money back.
No, he wouldn't. Herschel, he need that money. Giving that campaign money back. I think it was a couple of $1 million.
You know what?
They wanted him to turn it over to other GOP candidates were running, and he ain't give them crap.
Herschel, the kind of lying Herschel do is ridiculous. I mean, he lied to his own family. His own son didn't even know he had siblings.
I think he knew about the first one.
Yeah.
He knew about that one, but all the others after that, no, he didn't even know about them.
Ooh, that little gay boy went in on his father.
Yes, he did.
He was
I
hurt.
ain't seen him lately. Have you seen him recently?
Yeah, I seen him. He's still over there screaming and hollering.
I know he's still over there, but I have not seen him. I used to go over there and troll him.
Mhm.
I used to go over there and troll his ass.
Yeah, he's still over there rolling and popping his neck and showing his body. The young man have a beautiful body, and it's just terrible. It's just terrible. That's all I can say. I'm gonna just leave it right there. But yeah, her show, and what pissed me off with him is he even had the nerve to say it was okay to lie, but then he'll fix his mouth and say he a Christian.
Yeah, but he was the biggest hypocrite. How you gonna have all these baby mamas? You got 4, 5 baby mamas, and you talking about black fathers. Man, if you don't go somewhere and sit down, you ain't even taking care of them kids.
I know.
And some of them he was paying child support, but he was not really in their lives.
No, with the one that got me, one woman he had fooled around with, she had pictures of him sleeping in her bed. That was
these women kept records, man.
Oh my goodness. I just saw you messing with. What you gonna tell Mr. Santana? What did I say? He up there asleep with his little girlfriend, Royal. They are inseparable. She had ran outside last night when the power went out. Lisa, do you know she got up in our bedroom window and started hollering for him to let her in?
Oh, okay.
And because I started hearing this hollering, it was like, meow, meow, meow. And I said, is that Royal? And I woke him up. I said, your girlfriend outside hollering. She I guess she called herself out there helping us. Lisa, it was so dark. It was like we was in the forest. You couldn't even see your own hand. It was so dark.
Yeah, well, they get so used to the family. If my son and I are talking back and forth, Loretta will walk up, get right in the middle of us, like she in on the conversation too. And she'll just stand there. When he talks, she'll turn her head to him. When I say something, she turn her head back. I said, she really thinks she's in this conversation.
Yeah. That's what Royal, what she'll do, she'll hit the floor and lay on her back so somebody can rub her belly. Now she wants some attention. But what tickled me, we change her litter pan faithfully once a week. She'll sit there and wait. And she the kind, she be in that litter pan for the longest. I don't know what she be in there doing. You just be hearing some scratching back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. She be in there because like I said, her litter pan looked like an igloo. So I can't see what she in there doing. She just walk up the little stairs, and I got a little mat that she steps on. But she literally plays in that litter pan. But she will patiently wait for you to clean it up, and then she go in there and do her little business.
Yeah.
Seemed like the wind finally died down. It's been scary how hard the wind blow. We're not used to it.
Yeah. We used to get, sometimes it would just be a regular rainstorm, but the winds would be fierce. And it was like that a couple of years ago. It seemed like every single storm we got, the winds were crazy. Now we're in a drought. We don't even see storms anymore. We don't see I don't even know when the last time we had a real good rain. Whenever it rains now, it'll rain for maybe an hour, and then that's it. We don't get nothing else.
Oh, I didn't know y'all was in a drought. Wow.
We are in a drought.
Wow.
Yes. We are in a drought, and we've been in one since the summer. I think the last time we had good rainfalls was probably in the spring.
Oh my goodness.
And it's been dry. I would say for the last 3-4 months, it's been dry. It's been very dry.
That sounds like California.
Well, they said that drought was going to move across the country, and it did. We got it now.
Okay.
We got it. We are not getting hardly no rain.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever we get rain in the forecast, I don't even think it rains beyond 1 or 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Lisa, I see they talking about Van Jones. Did you see Van Jones crying?
That's all that man do. He get on my nerve.
Whoa. And
That's all that man do.
did you see Joy Reid have a meltdown?
Yes. Yes. So did anybody go over there and watch Roland's fat ass? Did he have a meltdown
yes,
too?
I finally did, Lisa. Lisa, his
Mhm.
eyes was red. His eyes looked bloodshot.
What, did he
Boy,
cry? He probably was
He
crying.
looked like he had been crying, but he was talking some mess. Oh boy. But he was talking to white folk. He was pissed with them.
But it was them. They are the reason why Kamala lost.
Because usually he come at us. I know he gonna come at us eventually. But yeah, he was going in on them for a good minute and stuff. And I looked, oh boy, I said, Roland, look at your eyes. You've been crying, or what's going on with you?
I don't go on his channel no more.
And then I went over there and looked at Van Jones, and I said, I know he gonna put on the waterworks. And when I had talked to Big Mike, like about 3 a.m. Big Mike said, I'm whooping his ass. He said, he was so mad at him. I said, Van Jones gonna cry. You know he's gonna cry. But now Joy Reid, she had her meltdown live. She was live with that meltdown. Oh, she was pissed. And you know how she got her hair, and it looked like her hairline is going way back because the
she need my hair oil. I might reach out to her. Her hairline goes back. She need my hair oil. That's what her ass needs.
You let that cow go bald headed. Don't you give her none of them hair products. Yeah. That's what her behind get and stuff. But yeah, she was in her feelings. I said, oh my goodness. Yeah.
Well, I knew she would be in her feelings. I knew it.
Yes.
You know, there are certain ones how they're going to react.
She couldn't hold it. Joy Reid was pissed. I had to take a chance. I said, I'm gonna go tip over here on Roland Martin's channel. I got to see what he gonna say. So I listened, and I was waiting for him. He was cussing too.
I bet he was. Bet he was. Yeah, I'll never forget that time when me, you, LVZ, and a few other people went over there. He blocked all of us.
Yeah, he sure did. He was pissed.
All of us, y'all.
He was pissed off. I said, this fool is blocking us. I said, he do know who we are. I was tickled. Oh, that was funny to me. Yeah, he blocked us and he was doing a live.
And the funny part is, I wonder if Kamala promised him a cabinet position. That's why he's falling apart now.
You remember when he was out there dancing with Hillary Clinton?
Yes.
I said, boy, he want that cabinet position so bad. I said, it ain't gonna happen, dude. And every once in a blue moon, CNN will invite him. When they invite that joker, he go get a haircut. He go get a new suit, and like he getting ready, like this is the first day at work. They use him for what they want, and that is it. That is it. But Roland, he think he look good. His head getting bigger and bigger. Boy, that wee. And one thing that. One time the camera was on him and he didn't know it was on him. He liked to eat. He liked to chew on his nails.
Ew.
Oh, he was tearing his nails up. I said, look at him.
Well, even my hair products would even work for him.
No.
No, we gonna let him be bald, right?
Yeah. His face is getting rounder.
Yes.
Oh boy, he looked disgusting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he sure do.
Wow.
So they're gonna
Wow.
curse out all the Hebrews on YouTube.
Well, I don't know what they cussing us out for.
Mm-mm.
We just don't want to be part of their system. That
No,
ain't against the law.
nope. We
They just don't want to be part of their
yeah,
system.
we got a right to choose like anybody else. These people got a nerve to want to tell us what we can and cannot do. That's the part that's really what the issue is. Like when y'all seen that video of that white woman trying to check that sister, and that sister checked her and that white man up in there. I said that's what they problem is. They don't like the fact that when they say something to us, we will jump in their ass and check them. They want to go back to them days where they could just say and do anything to us. Our folks out here is whooping behind.
Yeah.
I didn't see enough of them. I remember I seen an old man get his butt whooped in the grocery store by a sister. That sister whooped his behind.
Oh, I remember that. And she was in one of them hover rounds.
She
She
sure
got
was.
out of that thing and beat him down. Now you gotta be bad when you get your ass beat by somebody in a hover round. Okay. You know you suck.
Yeah, she was a pretty big chick too.
She was big, but that woman was in a damn hover round.
Yeah, and
she got out of the hover round and beat his ass.
No, she sure did. He was in shock.
Yeah. You see, this is a handicap. He got his ass beat by a handicapped woman. You know his life sucks.
The one that really got me was this white woman had got fired from Walmart, got caught in there stealing, and she started talking all crazy to this black man, and she spit on that black man.
I remember that video.
And then she was like, okay, yeah, right. And then she was
yeah, he slapped the mess out of her mouth. I remember that. He slapped this woman so hard I felt that damn slap.
Yeah,
hard.
Yeah, You remember that white girl was arguing with this sister? It looked like they was like at the DMV or something, and she took her boot off. I remember the security guard was there, and I said, this white girl talking all this mess, and she ain't paying attention, and this sister is taking her boots off. What's she getting ready to do?
Yeah, they were inside of a bank, and she swung on that woman.
She sure did.
I had to put that video up. I put that video up. That was funny as hell.
Lisa, you will never live it down when you played that video. When that white woman was drooling all over herself, and she gonna say to that black man, what he doing here? And
nope, I just lost True Royal. I know what she's talking about. She's talking about that video I did called Alameda Karen. And it was a black man. She was trying to question why was he in Alameda, and that man cussed her butt out, and he was like, what's that, senior citizen drool? It was funny. He really cussed her butt out. Now that was a funny video. That was one of my finest. How you doing? Is that you, Big Mike? Order of Melchizedek. Big Mike, is that you? Toot Baloo. I bet that is you. Oh, man. Yeah, it's Big Mike. There you go. We were just talking about you. Me and True Royal before she dropped off. We were talking about you. How you doing? I'm glad to see. Good to see you, Big Mike. Now, see, you last time you were on my panel, you had the women swooning in here. They had them swooning. So anyway, oh yeah. Y'all, I don't think I ever told you there was a Hebrew brother. It was a Hebrew brother, right? He was trying to reserve me as his wife when we get to the kingdom. And I'm like, what? He was trying to reserve me now in the Gentile world to be his wife in the kingdom. And I was like, why would I want to be on reserve for somebody in the, forget that. If I'm going to have a husband or whatever in the kingdom, I'll just wait until I'm in the kingdom, right? Why would I'm going to pick this dude right here. That's my man in the kingdom. I wouldn't do that. That might not be what the Most High got. Yeah, listen, it got even worse. He put me on reserve to be his wife in the kingdom. Then he had a problem with me talking to any man on YouTube. So if I had like KD or LVZ, he had an issue with that. I was like, man, I said, this ain't gonna work, buddy. This ain't gonna work. We're already unevenly yoked. This ain't gonna work. But yeah, I said that was just too weird. That was too weird. I've had a lot of things happen to me in this world, but I never thought a Hebrew guy was going to put me on reserve to be his wife in the kingdom. Yeah, I'm on layaway. Yep, he put me on layaway, y'all. That's right. I said, boy, I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that. Mm-hmm. Well, no, not really, Yeah, but, that was just weird. I don't think I could be with him on the account that he's just too weird, And then when I first came on YouTube, some guy from Africa reached out to me, and I forgot where he was from, but he was interacting with me. And in the beginning, I would answer him back when he would email me. Then one day he writes this long email and say, "You make good wife, Lisa. You make good wife." I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I can't, he did tell me what part of Africa he was from, but I can't remember. But he was all in this email talking about I would be a great wife. I was like, are you crazy? I don't know you.
Oh my goodness. There's some nuts out here.
Yeah, there are. Did you hear what I said about this? There was some Hebrew guy and he was putting me on layaway.
On layaway for what?
He was putting me on layaway to be his wife in the kingdom.
You stop. My stomach hurt.
I said, boy, these people are crazy. That's right up there. That's right up there with them Hebrew brothers. They always talk about the Most High's color, his colors being blue and white. And then they'd be standing around there, when I get in the kingdom, my wife is only allowed to wear 2 colors, blue and white. I said, boy, all these beautiful colors the Most High put in this world, and the only thing your wife can wear is blue and white throughout the rest of her life.
It really is.
I said, that just sounds awful. Look at all these he put all them beautiful colors in the rainbow. All those beautiful colors and flower fields and everything.
Yes,
we can't wear them colors.
Yes, blue and white.
Those colors also came from the Most High too.
Oh my goodness, that is sad.
His wife can only wear blue and white. You better not try to wear nothing else. You hear me? You better not.
Yeah, I didn't have some Hebrew brothers say, you talked a bunch of mess. Wait till I get your behind in the kingdom. I'm whooping your behind and I'm going to set you straight. I'm like, oh, Lord, here we go. Mm-hmm. My goodness. You was
well,
upset.
At least you ain't get put on layaway.
Layaway. Oh, my goodness. Now, did you ask him, what does that mean to him? layaway?
What he's doing is putting me on reserve. So as soon as we get in the kingdom and we can marry, I'm his wife because he put me on layaway in the Gentile world.
So he don't care if you married in this world, huh?
No, he's putting me on layaway. So when we get in the kingdom, he already got me reserved from back in the Gentile world, you know.
He didn't put first dibs on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
I was like,
it's crazy.
Wow. I said, wow, this dude is crazy. I would be scared of him in the kingdom. Yeah. I'm serious. I'd be like, Most High, where are you going to put this dude? Okay, can you put me like in another state somewhere? Yeah, just slide me into another state. I'll be all right.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got some kind of layaway plan, huh? Oh my Lord.
Yeah, I'm on the layaway plan. I don't know how I got on it. But yeah, this dude he scared me. I'm serious. He's one of them people. He's too scary for me to interact with.
That is funny. Oh my goodness.
I guess he gave the Most High $3. This is on reserve for me. This is on reserve for me. 3 shekels.
I'm going to the bank tomorrow and getting me a $1 million loan.
Oh, okay. And don't be putting no women on layaway.
Oh my Lord. I was saying that was Big Mike.
Yeah, I know. He told me because when you got bounced off, he said, because I said, is that Big Mike? He said, yes. So I said, okay. I don't know, Big Mike. If that man tried to look for me, I might have to call you. You know that layaway guy I was talking about? He's here.
Oh, it says sound like a wannabe Amish with 2-color limit.
Yeah, drab and drabby.
Them women look crazy.
Ooh, they look awful. They look awful.
It's not the Amish, it's just the other ones. All the women have the same what is that? The Mormons. The women wear the old dresses from Little House of Prairie.
Yeah, and well, the Amish women here in New Jersey do that. They dress in like them dark and gray looking colors. Real drabby looking colors.
They have the same outfit on, same hairstyle, and they were interviewing some of them.
Do you know part, which I did not know until recently, part of their culture is the women got to get their teeth removed? Did y'all know that?
What in the hell?
Amish. Go look this up. I'm not making it up. Part of their culture, when the women reach a certain age, they get their teeth pulled out. Y'all know that? Right. I did not know this until maybe like a year ago. And I actually came across it by chance. And I clicked into it, and that was part of their culture. And they showed all these young girls. No, all their teeth pulled. And they said that's part of their culture. The women got to get their teeth pulled out.
So she gotta be toothless.
Yes. Yes, I didn't even know they practiced that, but they do.
That is crazy, Lisa.
Look it up. I'm not kidding. Look it up. Amish women, when they reach a certain age, got to have their teeth pulled out. And I never heard about that until maybe a year ago.
Ocean Soul, I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to say it.
I thought the same thing too, Ocean Soul. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Oh, my mind. Oh, my goodness.
No, Amish women don't shave. No, they don't.
You know what them people say?
You know what they also do? They cuss a lot. We went into a store and there was an Amish woman in front of us. And she was nice and everything. She was turning around and talking to us and everything. And the lady was asking her, she was like, I don't give a fuck. Just give me this, and this. Oh, fuck that too. Give me. I was like, damn.
Wow.
And I was like, oh man. Yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
she was telling us, she's like, oh yeah, I'm over there in the Amish store over there. You know, you come on over. She said, I'll try to give you a little something extra.
Oh,
But yeah, that woman was cussing like a trucker.
wow.
But when they are always showing them, they all act like they're so innocent and good. They said drugs is a horrible problem among the
Yeah,
Amish. The young people, a lot of them are on opioids and meth and everything.
Yeah, I watched a documentary about that. I mean, they're using some hardcore stuff out there.
Yeah. And a lot of them leave that life. They can't get the young people to stay like they used to. A lot of them, once they get of age and they get a taste of the outside world, they don't want to go back.
Yeah, they go buck wild.
They said they usually won't go back once they get a taste of, the outside world, the city life and all that. They won't go back.
Yeah, well, I was looking into the Mormon world, and they have them so isolated. They can't watch no TV. They can't listen to the radio. They can't do nothing. And they were interviewing some of them. They had them people so dumb. When they refer to sex, they call it in and out. I said, Lord. I screamed when I heard that, Lisa. I said, okay, I'm done. I said, I am done. He's got these people messed up like that. Oh my goodness. Boy, the stuff that you hear,
funny.
It really is. That it's societies out there that's just so messed up. They got them people messed up.
Yeah, they are. They sound messed up.
They really do.
Wow. Well, True Royal, if you have a live stream, let me know. I'll come over on your channel.
Well, mine's gonna start 7 o'clock California time.
Your time. So that'll be about 10 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
Right? About 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It'd be 10 o'clock your time. Yes, correct.
Yeah. No, Big Mike, I'm telling you the truth. I saw a documentary on it. They said when they reach a certain age, they pull all their teeth out. The women. The men are allowed to keep their teeth. The women are not.
What is the purpose of taking their teeth? I'm gonna leave that there. You stop. Oh my goodness, my imagination is running all over the place. And snatch these teeth out of these women, and then women sit up there and let them snatch their teeth out their head.
They do. They do, except for the ones that run away, and then they live in the outside world. But if you stuck in there, yeah, they get their teeth pulled out.
Oh my goodness, the things that I learned. Oh my goodness.
And they said domestic violence is bad among them Amish people too. There's a lot of domestic violence in that community. With their horse and buggy riding behinds. Riding a horse and buggy and beating your wife up at night. Nah.
Yeah, acting like they so prim and proper. They got problems too.
Oh, they got a lot of problems, y'all. And never lose sight, the Amish had slaves. There's a slave history with the Amish people too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Amish, the Amish, they also had slaves. I know they try to act like they never did, but that's not true. They did. They had slaves.
All righty. I'm gonna go eat me a little something and chill for a bit. I got a little time. So thank you.
Yes.
And I'll see y'all in a bit.
Y'all better not be out there looking for that man that tried to put me on layaway either. You better not do that. Some of y'all, I know who you are.
Oh my goodness, that's a mess. All right.
Seriously, have a wonderful night, and we'll come back and do this again another time. Shalom,
Okay.
family.
All right. I shake to the royal family.